Hi guys and welcome back. We're Courts and Meeks, and for the last year we've been living in our self-built orange Sprinter van named Dee Dee.
Despite 2020 being that year that no one will forget, thanks COVID, we managed to explore some amazing places in Europe. Spain, Portugal, Gibraltar, France, Italy, Slovenia, Austria, Czech Republic, southern Germany, back into Italy and France before returning to the UK.
Now we're on a mission to rip out, rebuild and reduce weight in our tiny home on wheels as we prepare for the adventures ahead.
Oh, and if you hadn't noticed, we're a tad obsessed with orange. Don't forget to share the love and subscribe. It's free and it's the easiest way to support our channel. In this week's video, we build our space-saving, extendable, floating magic bed. Yes, we're very excited about it.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello.
This week it's bed week.
Like we're in the bake-off. Yeah. It's build week.
It's build week.
No, the build-off.
It's the build-off.
It's the build-off.
And we're going to do things a little differently because, as you can tell, we're sitting on the finished bed. We've tried to be as honest as possible on this channel, and to tell you, this lockdown's been tough. We've been here for 8 weeks now, is it?
Yeah, back in the UK for 8 weeks.
Oh, we've been in the UK for longer, haven't we?
1st of November we came back, and it's now middle of January, so
okay,
yeah. Just over maybe.
But we've been here for 8 weeks now, and it's tough, isn't it? Yeah,
we're really grateful, I think, for you to have family that'll let us park on the driveway and do this and live in the house whilst we're building out our home.
Very grateful.
Your mum has been amazing. Thank you, Sue.
Shout out.
She is putting up with this massive pile of rubbish that just keeps getting bigger and bigger at the back of the garden, and yeah, she's just been amazing. But yeah, it's not been easy.
Yeah, this week has had like so many tantrums about the bed and stuff, and lockdown and pressure and things like that, and we wanted to show you basically all the different things we had to think about and redo on the bed as we went through it.
Yeah.
Because
there was a lot of back and forth, wasn't there? Yeah. We built it once. We had this great idea in our minds of how it was going to work, and then obviously when you come to do it, the reality is maybe slightly different, or the mechanisms don't work in the way you imagine them to, and you have to kind of rethink the whole thing. And we had a lot of that. So
yeah, and as we've never done it before, that happened a lot.
Yeah. So hopefully in this video we're going to kind of take you back and look back at the last week of all the footage that we've taken and try to show you that process, because we don't want to just show you the end result. You should see the reality as well.
But before that, let's show you how it works.
Okay, yeah, let's show you how it works. It's pretty exciting. Right,
we're in sofa mode. There's going to be a big mattress on here, loads of scatter cushions, obviously a la Courtney, and this is going to be how the van is most of the time when we're working and living our daily lives. But then when we want to relax a bit more, this can come here, or it can go all the way out into bed mode. And then when we're in bed mode, we've got a seating area that's going to be down here, which is going to fill in the cushions into here to make a nice big double bed. The bed is 170 wide, is that correct?
Yeah, 165, 168 I think wide. Yeah. So it's wider than a normal double.
Yeah, but it's still not wide enough to sleep
sideways
this way. So that's why we've got the extension, so we can sleep this way. It's like 180 long.
Yeah, I think something like that. Which is slightly shorter than a normal double, I think.
But still long enough for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is hopefully going to allow us to have the flexibility of relaxing area and sleeping area, but still having the benefits of the seating area for us to do work in. Because that is like half our week is working. So we'd be silly not to have a really good dedicated space. We come from the dinette crew as well, from the last one where we had to make the bed each day. Whilst there still will be some making of the bed, as I've just shown you, it's a lot easier than taking the table down, getting the covers out, moving the cushions in, putting the table down, putting the bed on. Whereas the bed will be made, you just need to pull the bedding over onto this bit. So, did I miss anything?
Maybe just explain for anyone who hasn't seen a previous video how the supports work.
Yeah. really simple supports. So we've got these big pieces of stud wood.
Yeah, like timber. It's like, I think it's a
Timber frame.
softwood actually. Yeah.
That are 50 wide by 30 deep. That are bed struts, metal bars sit on. We've also got little blocks of wood on the bottom there, so there's a bit of a softer contact. And then these are just screwed in with 10 centimeter self tappers right in through the wood, through our window frame struts and into the van, into the cavity. So they've got a really strong covering, and as you can tell,
there's no movement, and even when it's pulled out as well, it's exactly the same concept. So
yeah. And this wall isn't actually connected to the metal frame. It's only connected to the bottom of the struts and to the floor.
Yeah, so it's like a stud wall.
Yeah, like a floating wall, which then separates off the garage area, and then this will obviously be fronted with something nice when it's done. So let's show you how we did it.
And 5 minutes in, and we've already encountered an issue with our magic solution.
Not so magic now, is it? So
when we push these in, obviously they're not stuck to this beam yet, but just to get the idea, obviously they're curved to give them the bounce that you need on a bed, but then when you push them in, they fall down, so that's not gonna work. We need to find a way to so that when we slide in, they slide straight. And that's not something that we had thought about.
Brainstorm. So, after some head scratching, we've basically decided to get flat versions of this. After again?
Excuse me, Barbara, I'm trying to film. Right, 1 centimetre by 6 centimetres ideally. That's cladding.
Yeah, I know it's cladding, but I thought it might work.
I think maybe this sort of stuff. No, that's curving. Whether we're going to get something thin enough, I don't know.
So we found this stuff here, which is 90 centimetres long and about the right thickness, just a little bit thicker, and the right width. But it's like $6.50 for one of these, and then
everything else is
going to be 70 odd quid for what we need. So we're going to keep looking. So
we didn't quite find what we needed, but we think we might have a plan of something we can try.
You know, we're going to try it.
We'll give it a go before we buy anything else.
We'll see you back in the van.
Okay, so the idea is we've got some offcuts of 6mm ply here, just like random shapes that were in the workshop. And we're going to try and see if we were to stick them to the bottom of these slats, it would then maybe act as a guide so that the slats couldn't fall down here. They would have to slide across. And 6mm is pretty light, so we're hoping it's a genius creative solution.
Another tick in the box of Courtney's genius solutions if it works. She's on fire, this van build. She's all the ideas.
Oh, stop it. You're too kind. We think we've cracked it. We're hoping we have. So you can see underneath here, James has secured this. And once these are on, so these will be glued to this beam. And essentially, I'll not pull that out right now because they're obviously not attached, but it means that once it comes up where it was starting to dip down there, this is going to force it back up. So we should have a nice smooth sliding function.
So, 2 steps forward, 36 back. We've just started to glue the new bed slats down that will be part of the extension, and as we did, we've noticed a bit of what we think is a problem, that the curve on these is much higher than the ones that we've cut, because we've cut them down from a bigger size. We've cut the curve out, so 1, it looks weird, and 2, we're kind of worried about where these are going to sit and how easy they'll be to get out, because they'll be higher than the ones that will support the mattress at this end of the bed. It's also made us question how we've actually built this, in that we've got a fixed middle strut here, mainly because the slats we've used were too short to go all the way across the metre span. So what we're actually going to do, or thinking about doing, is taking these fixed short ones off and loosening the screws that hold this middle bar down, and making it that the middle bar here and the front bar are connected by these slats, so they'll move in unison, so they'll be secure at each end. And then we're going to get the same slats for the back piece and put them on the fixed bits at the back and on the third bar, which will then give us a uniform curve across the whole bed when in and out, and mean that the moving mechanism, so struts 2 and 4, will work together, so that will mean that these won't wobble when they come out or go back in, and they'll have a lot more force behind them when moving. It means that we've got to remove this ply mechanism that we've put in, which I'm okay about because it's really ugly and I'm not very proud of it as a solution.
And also it stops the ventilation, so the idea of having bed slats, the point of it is so that you get the spring from the curvature and you've got the ventilation through your mattress, so you get air circulation.
Yeah.
And by putting the ply in there, we've kind of stopped that from happening in the middle section.
Yeah. It is the better solution for how we want the bed to work, and you don't want to like half-ass the bed because it's where we sleep and it's a really big moving mechanism. So yeah,
it's really important and we want to do it right, basically. So as annoying as it is to have to take steps backwards and redo it, that's all part of building a van. Ta-da! Glued down. We're just going to leave it overnight to dry and test our sliding mechanism in the morning. If it works, we're geniuses.
if it doesn't, we can just
We'll just rip it out again, just do it a third time round.
getting quite good at that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, is that enough for tonight?
Yes. Good night. Good morning. It is freezing. It's like, it says it's -7. What is that all about?
What is that all about? Where are you
That's what I
from?
sound like.
A little bit.
Okay, so we haven't tried it yet. We've literally just come outside, but the glue has stuck on the bed slat, so we're going to try the mechanism and see if it works.
Okay, I'll meet you. You go in, I'll meet you at the back.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm buzzing.
Yay.
Imagine, like, if we hadn't come up with this solution, this is how much space our bed would take up. We'd have only this much space for kitchen, when actually we're going to have kitchen and then a pantry, which will obviously be lower down here.
We've got a solution for that.
We have a creative solution for that, so come back in another video for when we try and put that together to try and make it full height. And then over here we would only have this much space, and instead we're going to be able to have a seat here, then a fold up table, and then another seat here, so we're gaining a metre of living space. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Okay, so let's try and get some self-tappers in these then. Guess what? We've got another problem. It's all fun here, you know. This is the reality of building a van. I promise you that. Our drill is not powerful enough to go through these beams, so we have tried using self-tappers small ones. Then we've tried using self-tappers with wing nuts so that they're supposed to like cut into the metal. Still no luck. And we've tried pre-drilling through the wood into the metal to try and pre-drill a hole that the self-tappers can pull down into, and still like it's barely making a dent in the metal. So it's no surprise really. Our drill is literally like a 18 volt McAllister or something. It's this, and it was like 30 or 40 quid or something, so it's no surprise really. So James is off now to Screwfix to upgrade our drill to a 230 volt corded, which will be so much more powerful. So we're excited to try that. Show me what you're working with. Wait, now get the old drill and do it. Quite the difference. I hope this works.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh yeah!
Well, that was quite the difference.
What a beast.
Literally, we were there for like 60 seconds trying to get through
more.
with the old drill. More, and it didn't even make a dent.
That was about 4 seconds.
So if you're using a rubbish, I was going to use a worse word, rubbish drill, go. This was 60 quid.
60 quid.
Like, it's just going to make your
watt.
life so much easier. So, and our drill, that's like our most used tool.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
This is a little bit big.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit overkill, but
for stuff when you're going through metal, don't even bother with anything else. Literally, don't even bother. And now we can use the little drill to put our screws in.
nice. I wonder if we even need to pre-drill them with how powerful that is. Do you think we could just try with a self-tapper? It's so quick, might as well. We'll keep going. Oh, ignore the glue, but
We are screwed in.
we're screwed in at both ends, and we're gonna do the mechanical test.
Right, camera's in position. Oh,
Doesn't have handles on it yet, so. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's bedtime. Oh no, daytime. Buddy of a man. I am buzzing. How you feeling?
Exhausted. Now that it's in and it's working, after like what, a week overall of
Back
2
and
steps
forth.
forward, 1 step back. I mean, it shouldn't be that complicated, but oh, good night.
Back to present day. So hopefully that gave you an insight into how this whole construction went.
Yeah.
It wasn't smooth sailing like we say.
No week is really, is it?
No, it's not, and it's never just like as simple as what Instagram or other YouTube videos often show you. They don't show you the bits that went wrong and then that had to get redone. So yeah, we're dead happy with it. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was honest, and that's what we're trying to do here on this channel, is show you the reality. So come back for the next one, when I think we'll be doing our vinyl floor, showing you how we've laid that, and maybe moving on to some of the construction of the seating area or the kitchens, whichever we come to first.
So if you don't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, because if you want to help, it's the best way you can help us grow.
Thank you.
Thanks guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.